Welcome back to the Good Lab channel. In today's video, we are gonna look at the top 3 best golfers in the world currently, and we're gonna look at their golf swing and show you guys what they all have in common. And I know we can all learn something because they must be doing something right. Obviously making a lot of putts, but they're doing something right to get there in the first place. Let's look at their golf swings today. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so number 1 golfer in the world right now, Jon Rahm. We're gonna look at his swing. Let's take a look at this. It's an interesting swing. If you guys do watch the PGA Tour, you guys will notice that Jon Rahm has a very short, quick swing. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the positions and see if we can learn anything. So, first thing is the takeaway. He has a great takeaway, puts it in a perfect position here. I mean, that is an absolutely perfect takeaway. Club is right down the line. Couldn't do it much better there. But when we get up to the top of his swing, this is where we can really notice something. Look at that wrist angle. This wrist angle right here, you guys, I mean, Dustin Johnson is the one that he's kind of coined it with the whole bowed wrist. When everyone thinks of a bowed wrist, they really do think of Dustin Johnson. But now all the new golfers tend to have this position. This is a very, very common position. And basically what's going on here is Jon Rahm, when he sets up to the ball, he has a pretty weak left hand here. So to offset that, he flexes this lead wrist here. So you're gonna notice some flexion. For you guys out there that don't know the difference between cup and flex, this would be cupped. See this angle here? This is called an extension in the wrist. This is flexion. This angle right here is a super powerful position. When you're in this position, all you have to do is rotate to get down to the ball. You can really hold on to the face. In my opinion, I think you do have to be strong to have a position like that at the top of your backswing. Your wrists have to be flexible. There's a lot of different things to get in that bowed position, but that's an awesome position there. Now you'll just notice, start the downswing here, perfectly slotted right here. He's perfectly slotted. He's a little bit above his forearm. Rory, when he's coming down, his shaft plane is right here. John's is a little higher because he does hit a fade. So he likes to fade his driver. So that's why his shaft plane's a little bit steeper in the sense. But when he comes down, guys, you guys are gonna notice he comes right down across it. He hits that little buttercut just about every time. That's Jon Rahm's pretty much, that's his signature move. He's got a really good balanced follow through there. But that is a swing to, I mean, it's a hard swing to copy because Jon Rahm is very quick with his tempo, but he's a very strong guy and he has a wonderful, simple golf swing, super efficient. Let's move on to the second player in the world. The second player currently in the world is Colin Morocco. He is really known right now for his iron play. I mean, Colin Morocco does not miss greens. He's unreal with ball striking. He hits almost every green. Super, super solid, great short game. He's one of the most well-rounded players, in my opinion, on tour. All right, first thing, when we're looking at his swing here, we're gonna stop it right here at the takeaway. That position is wonderful. That's what I really like to look at first in almost every golfer is their takeaway, because you'll notice on tour, there are exceptions to everything in golf, but you will notice on tour, almost every golfer, when they get to parallel to the ground here with the shaft, their club is right in line with their arms. The club is not inside here and it's not outside. A lot of the times it's right here perfect. So now when they turn back, they're in a good position. It's just it sets you up when you get yourself in that position like Colin has here for success. This is what I want you guys to really focus on. We're gonna notice something in common. That's the main idea behind this video is you're gonna notice something in common with all 3 of these guys. Look at the top of Colin's backswing here. Once again, this wrist position. Guys, look at the angle here. That is what we're looking at. Another flexed wrist like this. Years ago, that was like frowned upon. Like Dustin Johnson was the only guy really swinging with a bowed wrist like this, and people frowned upon it. Now, top 2 players in the world currently have a bowed lead wrist here, like that. It's just really interesting to think about why are they doing that and why are we all not doing it, you know? But obviously that does not work for everybody. I'm not saying I don't want you guys to go out there and start flexing your lead wrist and having a wrist like this, because if you do have a strong grip and you do that, you won't be able to hit the ball. You'll hit it left every time. You can only really get in that position if you have a neutral to weak grip. I mean, that is crazy to see. They're both super flexed. Now watch the downswing. I mean, that's incredible. That position right there is incredible. Personally, to be like that, like where Colin is, you have to be so strong in your wrist here. You have to have a really strong wrist to even have the support to swing like that. That downswing, unreal. Super, super good, guys. Let's look at his impact right here. Hips are pretty much cleared here. the upper body is more squared off. So for you guys out there that are trying to find that perfect impact position, you don't necessarily need to be like this with your body at impact. Your hips can be cleared, but your shoulders can be more down the line. So it's more like this. That's the feeling there. Once again, so we looked at Jon Rahm, wrist is literally like this. We look at Colin Morocco, wrist is like this. Now let's go on to the third best player in the world. Alrighty guys, third golfer in the world currently. He just recently won the DP World Championship. You guys probably saw Garrett with the picture of him on Instagram, but Viktor Hoblin is the third player. We're gonna look at his swing. But he's just somebody that once again has a unique swing, but he has very, very similar things going on to the first two golfers we looked at. Look at that initial takeaway. The only thing different with Viktor versus the first two, Colin and Jon Rahm, is his face is more closed right here. You guys will see that. The face is pointed down more at the ground. That's absolutely fine. That's not something I would necessarily change about any golfer. If a golfer came to me with that position, I really would not change it unless he's hooking everything. You guys will notice he'll go up to the top now. It's in a great position. It's not inside, it's right down the line. But you guys will notice right here. Look at that wrist position. I mean, it's unreal to see the third golfer in the world almost has an identical wrist position to the first two. It is super flexed once again like that, and he's gonna turn and hold. That is pretty much what I would say, guys. That flex lead wrist with the rotating is the new modern golf swing. That's what a lot of people are teaching, obviously, to get more passive with the club and hold the face through impact. That is unreal to look at that the third golfer in the world has almost the identical positions to the first two. So top three players in the world all have this wrist like this. I'm not saying I want you guys to go out to the range and go put your wrist like this, but it does really raise a question, I think, in me and all instructors out in the world that, you know, what are they doing? Is that the secret to golf, or what is the secret to becoming super consistent? Because I love that position. Let's look at his downswing here. Unreal. He turns. Look how much he turns. I mean, all he does is turns. Like, there's no stall and flip like this. There's none of that. All Viktor does from the top with this position, Jon Rahm and Colin Morocco, they all do the same thing. They get here, they turn, and their face is square. All they have to do is rotate and hold the face. Unreal. Let's look at his through impact. Really, really good follow through. On balance, holds the face, super, super passive. You're not gonna hit many bad shots with those three swings we just looked at. But once again, I'm not saying go copy it. It's just unreal to look at what the three best players in the world currently have in common, and it's all a flexed lead wrist like that. So I guess that's the modern golf swing. It's really fun to go on here and look at golf swings like this. I haven't really done too many videos where we're looking at touring pro swings, but if you guys did enjoy the video, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, peace out.